Hey everybody, it's Matt Kufal. Today we're going to be talking about doing valve lashing on a 2006 AI-400 Mac engine. Now an easy way to tell this is if you actually look at the cover on here. I'm going to hold this up for you. It's actually written right on there. It's kind of self-explanatory. All the information you need is right on top of the valve cover. It's really neat what Mac does. Now, to make sure you get the right sizes to do this, it's actually written on there. So valve clearance is written right here, and it's 0.024 for exhaust, which we have our handy dandy, and 0.016 on the intake. So 0.024 exhaust, 0.016 intake. Now we've already broke out the feeler gauges here, and if you have one of these things, it's really neat. So you do red for exhaust, hot, blue for intake, cold. So keep it simple. All right. Some other tools we're going to need. Okay, so the 15mm wrench. That way we can tighten down the lock nuts. A 3/16 Allen, because they're all Allen headed on top, and 36mm socket. That way, and breaker bar. That way we can turn over the engine. Now, one of the way we do this is we always put the engine top dead center. So good way to tell is on the front of the engine. Now these are already set up pretty nice for us, all right? It's actually gone to the point, as I can show you here. See a little black line there, no marker there? Easy way to tell that you're top dead center. Now some you're gonna have to possibly turn it over and figure out, watch actual valves, move back and forth till you can figure it out, all right? But once you get it top dead center, you're gonna start with number one. Always start with number one, and then you work your way back, all right? So when we do this, we will check number one completely, all right? We're gonna do the intake and exhaust on number one. Then we're gonna go on. We're gonna 2, 3, 4, and 5, all right? We'll wait on 6 in a little bit. So once you get one done, then you're gonna do number 2. And you can do intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, all right? That's it. And then you can do a complete 360 rotation, get number 6 top dead center, do that one, and then work your way back, all right? Intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust. Now, if you ever sit back and like these and you're trying to figure out, okay, which one is my intake and exhaust, which one's my intake and exhaust, I'm gonna show you real quick. It's simple, it's easy. And if you notice right in there, you can see an exhaust, an intake, exhaust, intake. They did it for you. It's simple, all right? It's pretty easy in that sense, okay? And then once we get this done, I'll show you. And if you have any questions when we're done, let me know and we'll continue on, all right? And when I come right back, we're gonna be doing this. Like I said, we're gonna start with number one. So, we know this is exhaust because we can look down and see that it says EX for exhaust, and this one's for intake. So, 0.024. Now, when you do this, there's a spring here. You want to make sure you fully compress the spring, all right? And put it right here on this end. Now, you don't want this super tight. You want it just tight enough that it's barely touching, okay? So, you take your 3/16, you screw it down, and you press it until this is just barely, okay? Now you don't want it sloppy, but you want to be able to push this back and forth, and this is just a slight movement, okay? That right there is perfect. Now, once you have that, come over, make sure you don't move here, tighten it down, boom. Now, you should still be, yep, just barely. Now, next one is intake. Like I said, blue, intake, cold air. All right, it is 0.016. All right, same concept, press down, screw this in until it's just nice and tight. tube. Here's your Allen. Oop, too much there. That's perfect right there. All right, but we don't want to go too tight. All right. Now, like I said, we're going to do intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust. Now, another real quick, easy way to figure this out to make it easier, like I said, we got to look in here. But if you notice, here's your insides here. So intake, exhaust, okay? So you do your shorties first, and fatties last. So intake, exhaust, all right? And then we'll do number 6 last. So, and double check, yep, intake. The tool's ready. Yep. Exhaust. With the next cylinder. Now, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4. Like I said, we're going to continue with the inside ones. So we're back here at number 4, 5, and 6. Remember, we're not going to do 6. So 4, intake, blue. Just slide it in there. Just a little bit tight. Yep, perfect. Take a 15, 16, take a 14. There. Over here. Exhaust. Like I said, we verified it by the marking. Listen up. Red. So, at this point, we're going to stop. So now we got to do a full 360 and get number 6 on the compression stroke, which is for our top dead center. Alright? And then the way we do that is turn the engine a full 360, and then what you do is you make sure that your compression, your intake, which is this one, come up and back down again. As you can see, another way is tight. We're gonna have to go loose, and we'll be another way. All right. So let me get this turned over, and then we'll do number 6.
Action.
All right. So we've turned the engine over. We've got number 6 at top dead center. All right. So once again, we check the little markers, exhaust, intake, because we know it by it's written in there, and if we go down the line, it stays the same. All right. So do intake first, like I said, blue, 0.016. All right, so get in there and we just barely, right here. Yeah, that's perfect right there. We'll tighten it down. perfect right there. Come over to exhaust, red, like I said, 0.024. Then we'd work our way back down, doing the exact opposite. Now, like I said, we did the inners last time. We would do the externals this time, which would still be intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust. And once you do that, you're done. All right, you're going down, and that's it. It will be the exact same thing over again. If you have any questions or comments, leave it, give me a line up, and I'll see what I can do to answer your questions. That's how you do the valve lashing. Have a great day.